What's up, party people? It's your boy Trip Jay, Petee G, and Travesty. We back for another episode of US Roundtable.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. And another season.
Another season number 4. And I'm the new member, of course, but
know it.
You know what I'm saying? So what's on your minds today, fellas? I got something I want to talk about because
What's that?
Okay. And it has to deal with the N-word and it being used by other nationalities, not Caucasian, but Hispanics, because not too recently, Fat Joe, the rapper from the Bronx, he caught some flack for using the N-word.
Right.
And
I know about this whole story.
Yeah. And he said he grew up around a predominantly black, in a predominantly black neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was used to, they used to call him, look at this little black N, and he just got used to it. Mm-hmm. And I sat back and I thought about it and I was like, growing up in New York, I grew up in a huge Puerto Rican Dominican neighborhood, Corona, Queens. And I looked at them like they were one of us. So when they dropped the NBomb,
and vice versa,
you know what I'm saying? It was
cool. Nothing of it. Nothing of it.
But now I feel like a hypocrite because here I am in Texas and now it's Mexican. And when I hear them using it, I cringe and I'm like, ugh. So Travis, you know what I'm saying? It says Petee Puerto Rican. Oh no, he Italian. That's right.
He's Italian, but he looks Puerto Rican. Yeah.
He's a little Italian.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I take no offense with Fat Joe saying it as well, because like I said, in Hempstead, you got Hispanics, you got blacks. Basically, that's it. There's nothing else in Hempstead.
Yeah.
So at that time, or during that whole, growing up, everyone said it. I mean, between this, with the Puerto, but it wasn't a lot of, the Puerto Ricans that were there and the blacks that were there, everybody said it, and it was just what it was. And none of us looked at it as you shouldn't say that or you shouldn't say that. We just knew outside of us, anyone that said it was a problem.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just where I'm at with it. As far as Fat Joe, I have no problems with it. Now, I do know in other parts of the country, it's looked at a little different. Like you said, you're in Dallas, and Mexicans, I don't think have the same type of.
It rubbed me the wrong way when I say it. When I see them and they be like, N-word this, N-word that, and I'm like, hold up, Jose, hold up, time out.
Yeah.
You don't have, you don't have a pass to use that word, dude. Yeah. Now, if you Dominican, Puerto Rican.
Oh yes, there you go. Same.
You know what? Just to jump in really quickly, and I never drop it. I would never listen. I would never.
You shouldn't. Pete.
I would never in a million years.
No Italian should say that. But there are some that do, but they better not.
But I was on the number 2 train, and there were a bunch of Asians using it.
Are you serious?
That's a whole different thing. No.
I was shocked.
Hold on. Were they using the GA or the ER?
No, they were using the GA.
Oh, it's still they're not allowed to use either one of them.
They're not either. Like I said, in these urban cities, like I said, New York, if you're from the Bronx, Washington Heights, Harlem,
Spanish
Queens,
Harlem,
Brooklyn, everybody from the Latino background and the Black background, they all say it, and it doesn't mean like you're looking down on either one of each other. That's the way you're just speaking to each other.
Exactly.
And that's
it's a term of endearment. We took the word and flipped it.
One thing I will say is outside of our tri-state area, it may not be understood the same way, because what you were talking about with Fat Joe, I was watching, I think it was Fat Joe's podcast, matter of fact, and he was speaking about when he was in Puerto Rico, I think he ended up going to jail or something like that. I can't remember why, but he was in jail for a little bit of time as he was Fat Joe. I mean, he was famous. He was Fat Joe, and he spent a little time in jail. And they was like, "What's up with you?" Puerto Ricans was like, "Do you think you black or something?" You see what I'm saying? He's like, "What are you talking about?" And he didn't understand because, like I said, him not growing up in Puerto Rico and that real Puerto Rico, the real Puerto Rico.
Yeah, the real pure Puerto Rico.
They say it, they're not understand. They when they say it, I think it's meant in a derogatory type of way. You see what I'm saying? And for him being around growing up with, around the black neighborhood and stuff, they said that they was disrespecting him because they said he thinks that he was black. And he didn't see that like that. And he said it was a little kind of thing. And then, he's like, he felt kind of like, why are you talking about me like that? You know what I'm saying? I don't see myself as being black because I say the N-word or I hang around black people is where I grew up. So outside of New York and New Jersey, Connecticut, it may not be as well understood.
So I got a question for both.
And maybe Miami too, because Miami, Florida, those Puerto Ricans usually migrated from New York. And I know they say it a lot, because they have the family that, either, they're back and forth. But when it goes out west, I think it's a little different.
Down in Miami, there aren't too many down there. It's mostly Cuban.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Cuban.
But that's what I'm saying. The ones that are down there usually are from New York.
True.
I mean, the Puerto Ricans, they're from New York, and they have the same mentality as we do when it comes to that thing.
So I got a question for both of you though. What would you do, or what do you do in a situation if somebody's singing a song and the word is in there? You know what I mean?
Well, see, now hold on.
But
now,
I know some people that would get offended. Like if all of a sudden I started going with N-words in Paris, and I started doing the song. I know a lot of people that would be offended if I actually dropped the word during that song. And even though it's the lyrics, why should I be saying it? I already know that.
Right. Yeah.
I know that's a problem.
Honestly, I kind of think you probably shouldn't. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like straddling the fence, but it's still saying it.
Exactly.
I would expect censorship. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you're alone in the closet and you want to mock yourself in the mirror or something and you're doing it and no one's hearing you, I don't know, maybe, but around people, I don't think it's going to be very well accepted.
Well, here's the
I understand why too.
So here's the funny thing now. If you ever go, Travesty and Trip, I know you both haven't been back to New York in a long time, but if you go down to Chinatown in New York City, the people in Chinatown are so into hip hop. I mean, they'll spit facts about hip hop artists. They are so into it, and it's to this day I'm shocked as to how knowledgeable a lot of the people in Chinatown are regarding the hip hop category, and they'll spit the verse. They really will. They'll drop the word just as a song. But then at the same time, they'll go up to one of their best friends and they'll say, "Hey, what's going on?" So
they say it to each other as well.
Oh, nonstop, all day long. And
that's where I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to say about that. But if they're saying it to each other, then I guess they just think. See, I think in that type of situation, they be thinking it's just cool to say it, and we trying to be like, what I'm saying, down or whatever. But that's still not a good reason. You know what I'm coming from.
It's not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea.
And even as an African American, I try not to use the word so much, but it's just ingrained in my vocabulary because the way that I say it is so hilarious. Because I elongate the A, and there's so many different different meanings of how I say it depending on the mood that I'm in. Because if I come to Travis and I got something to tell, I'll be like, let me tell you this. And then I go into the story, he do, he come to me and he be like, "Yo, did you see Big Booty Belinda?" Yeah. I got her number. Yeah. For real? You know what I'm saying? It's like I say it so many different ways. I don't say it. I've never said it like in a derogatory way, like to hurt somebody's feelings. It's just I find myself calling white people it, you know. I just be like,
I've done it too. Yeah, I know.
I'll be like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that.
Is there a acceptable term for say one of your white friends to say back to you if you call him the N-word? Like if you said to me, hey, what's up? My N-word to me, what should I respond back? Hello, friend?
Well, no, because I've had some be like, they be like, well, hello, my Negro. And I'm like,
oh yeah, no, I'm not going there, bro.
And I'm like,
bro.
Yeah, I was like, that's a little close. That's a little
not
close.
Good,
I'm like,
not good.
Oh, man, not good.
Just say my friend.
No, I just go with bro. I hope you guys are cool with brother and bro, because
yeah.
You know.
Now what I don't like is
like
the
yeah,
rednecks here in Texas when they say brother, and I'm like, don't use the ER in brother either, because it just sounds fake. You know what I'm saying? Just say bruh. BRUH. What's up, bruh? I'll even go with bro.
See, I don't know, because even the bruh is a little like, why
I don't like
that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I don't like brother. You're like, hey, what's up, brother? And I'm like,
I understand.
Nah, don't call me daddy.
The bruh is still kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's still kind of like you're trying to be like too much.
And honestly, I don't think they're up on bruh yet. They still stuck on bro and brother. So
listen, I've been saying bro for over 20 years.
And that is acceptable. Now, okay, here go one of my hypocritical moments, because I have a white female friend who's like my sister. She's worked with me when I was running my poker tournaments, and she dates nothing but African Americans. Black guy. Her children are black and white. She, if it ain't black, it's whack in her book. And we've been out, hosting a poker tournament, and she would get so mad describing how, like one of her dudes did her, and she would drop the NBomb, not the ER, because she knows to use the A at the end, but she would throw it out there so fast, and I'm like, oh, all right, what do I say? And I act like I don't hear it. I'd be like,
let me ask you this, even though this is not changing the reason why she should say it or not, but you said she's a Caucasian.
Yeah, she's white.
I mean,
white chick.
How does she act? Does she act like a white girl, or is she one of those white girls that really think they're black, but they're not? Is she one of them?
No, she's white. She's
okay.
Are we talking white bread, like waspy type?
Nah, I'm talking like white bread, kind of Texas, kind of lower middle class-ish, trailer park.
So she's on the level. Okay, that's what I was getting. Okay, so
she still shouldn't say it. She still shouldn't say it, though.
No, she shouldn't.
I was just trying to see if she was one of those white girls that really, where you could tell they like the black dudes. And
they got that bob.
Like, yeah.
They got that
earring, like the salt and pepper cut or something. Yeah, and it's like, okay.
The earrings. Don't forget the earrings.
Yeah. You could tell, but I mean, they still shouldn't say it. But I was just wondering if she was one of them types. Because you saying no, she's not. She's just like a regular.
I got a good question to ask both of you guys. So how do you guys feel about the term, the ER, but with a W in front of it? Describing the
like, wiggers.
I don't even say that, Alec. I don't say that word either. I don't say that word either. But
that's hilarious.
That's a fun. I say that's a funny word. I don't know whoever came up with the whole that word.
Because you got the wigger, the spigger.
Hey, it's a funny word. I mean, it's a word. I mean, it can categorize those types. You know what I'm saying? Like the female, like a wigette. What would she be? A wigette? What would that be?
I think it's all the same.
I've described some
I don't
people
know. I don't know.
like that, but that's like in in private situations and stuff
Right,
like
right,
that. But
right. I
So,
mean, because
wait,
I've known girls like that. I've known some, especially living here in Georgia, you meet all kinds of people.
Mhm.
And I met one, or was a co-worker with one, a white girl that really did. I mean, she wasn't black at all, but if you didn't see her, but you just heard her talking, you would swear she was a black girl. But I don't think she would ever say that word. You see what I'm saying? So it's, the way she acted, she still knew not to say that word. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
and see, the only time she's ever used it is in anger. And she was heated. She was 38 hot, and then she just dropped it. And I'm like, whoo, what do I say? Act like you didn't hear it. Okay.
I got a question for both of you about that.
Go right ahead.
How do you both feel about, certain individuals that are black by convenience?
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, actually. I've heard that, but I don't know what is that even supposed to mean, because that's just a made up cop out kind of way to say you get a pass to do and say certain things. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm glad this topic came up because, again.
Explain to Jamal.
Yeah, because I don't
even mean?
What is
So a lot of times it's when a person is of mixed kid.
Oh, okay. So he can only say half the word.
Well, well, he might say the word in certain company and then act all white bread in other company.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so, that's okay. Black by convenience. Now I get it. I learned something today. I have
if he's gonna be that way
something today.
He needs to be that way all the time, is what I'm saying. If he's like that all the time, then it's cool. But when you're switching sides depending on who you're around, that's when it becomes just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, like Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter cannot say the N-word. No. And his father is his father.
Well, why you pick Derek Jeter?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a Yankee. You think I'm gonna pick a Met? No.
No, I'm saying why you pick Derek Jeter, because out of all the mixed people, you know what I mean? Like,
well, because he's one of the most famous ones.
Oh, you saying he can't say it, but he could say it, but he can't say it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get where you're coming from. I thought you was kind of like saying like he shouldn't say it. Because
Derek Jeter can't say it. Because his status. And
I got you. Yeah, you're coming from that sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do you guys feel? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trip. I'm sorry.
And as a matter of fact, I might be saying it the other way too, the way you thought I said it, Travis. Because when you look at Jeter, he never spoke up about any kind of black causes at all.
He hasn't until now.
Yeah, now that he's out of the league, retired. Now he wants to put the Afro pick in his hair.
But he did mention that. He was like, then where he was, he didn't feel like it was his place. I don't know. Did you see his documentary?
Oh, I watched every second of it.
Yeah, and he did say, you know what I'm saying, that, being who he was, he didn't feel like it was his place. It was something like that, or he didn't feel comfortable bringing up certain things. Something I can't remember exactly.
Nah, he didn't want to lose them fans because he knows.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then now he's like, yeah,
he don't care now. He can say whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
Because like take for instance, Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm. People don't even know he's mixed.
He is the
most. A lot of people don't even know.
He's the most, the brother name is Dakota. And I almost said the N-word. I just wanted to let y'all know that I had to catch myself because I was going to say.
I was like, how many brothers named Dakota now?
Dakota. I'm like, come on, that's my niece name, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look at him and he is the most vanilla black dude I know. And he straightened out. You ask him anything about, Black lives, he give you that straight, boring answer because
first of all, he's in Texas.
And he don't want to upset
Of the great
Master Jerry.
cowboys of Jerry Jones.
He don't want to upset Master Jerry and these fans
Now,
down
Dak, we
here.
paid you all that money now, Dak. Come on, you know you shouldn't say that.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
He can't speak up for no cause, so he just gives the political answer.
Yeah,
Which
and,
you know
and
what?
honestly, I don't even know if he would, because to me, he doesn't seem like he's that type anyway.
No, it's
You know what
not
I'm
in
saying?
him.
He looks like he's more on the other side. That okay,
Yeah.
so you know where I'm coming from. You know where I'm
Yeah.
coming from.
So I got a question for you guys. If Eminem rattled off the N-word, how would you guys feel about it?
Oh, yeah, he can't say, he cannot say it.
He shouldn't say it, but if he, oof, oof,
He can't
ooh,
say
oof.
it. And he knows he can't say it.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? I think Eminem, I'll give him a three N-word pass. You can say it 3 times, and that's it.
Do you remember the song? I don't even know if you remember, but the second album, it was the last song on the second album. And I can't remember the whole verse, but the verse rhymed with that. And it was something, something, something. And then he said, I'll get you, what'd he say? F you up more than you would want to F me up for saying the word, but he didn't say it.
Ah, okay.
But whatever the previous verse was, it rhymed with it. Maybe it was trigger or something. You want to be triggered, make you F me up more than if I said the word. I was like, but he didn't say it. And he knows he better not have said it.
Nah,
you know
he won't say, because if he say it, then
you know he says every damn thing. So
yeah.
him not saying that was like, you know better.
Now I guarantee you he's dropped it amongst friends. You know what I'm saying?
Probably in Detroit.
People that he's
I
comfortable
believe that.
with and that he grew up with. You know, I give a pass to you know, a few people, but you know, if I hear it, it's like, yo, chill. I had to tell some Mexican cats, you know, one of my poker tournaments,
Mexicans are different.
he was
I
just
don't
letting
think
it
Mexicans-
fly. I mean, I'm like, bruh, I'm black and I don't say it that much.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm like, come on.
And like
Ease
I
up.
said, there's a difference between Mexicans, Puerto
Dominicans.
Ricans, Dominicans. Puerto Rican, not only like I said, only
The Northeast.
tri-state area. Yeah, exactly. Puerto Ricans. Because in other areas, I don't know. I think they say it for another reason. But those,
I bet you they say it out in Cali.
But there are a lot of Dominicans out there that refuse to admit that they're black, though. They won't say it. They say, no, I'm not black. I'm
well, the
Dominican.
ones that don't look it, because you know, most of them look black anyway.
That's
So-
you can go up
but
to
like,
Washington. You can go up to Washington Heights in New York City, and everyone up there will say I'm Dominican.
Yeah.
They won't say it.
But outside
Unless
of that little
they're conveniently
area
neat.
right there, it's looked at differently, especially if you're Mexican. If you're Mexican, no. El Salvadorian or whatever you want to call those. No, there's a lot of those in Long Island too. They wouldn't say it.
Hempstead's being taken over by the.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
So at the end of the
But
day,
they
ladies and
won't say
gentlemen,
it. They won't say it. They might say it amongst each other. I've seen this, but they won't say it to you.
so at the
'Cause
end of
they
the day,
know.
ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned here today? Do
Don't say
not
it, regardless.
use the word. Don't even fiddle around with it. You can't say Naker,
Oh,
ninja. Don't even say Negro.
Look,
Just don't say it.
look, did you ever Jamal, did you watch Bel Air?
And he used my government name, and I'm going to stab him.
Trip, who are you?
We'll pull it out.
Trip J.
we'll pull it out, Trip. We'll pull it.
Yeah, I don't even know nobody named that.
All
Trip
right.
J. Have you seen Bel Air?
Is that Fresh Prince show?
The new Bel Air that was on that Peacock app.
Is Peacock free?
It is.
Yeah, you just got to download the app. Yeah.
Well, it's free, but if you want to see that whole series of the Bel Air, which is good, by the way, then you have to pay like $5 a month, but it's like 10 episodes. So you can probably run through it within a few weeks or whatever. But anyway, I'm getting to the point here. There was an episode, I think it was the second episode, where they're in California and Carlton thinks Carlton is kind of like the white boy type black guy, you know what I'm saying? All his friends are white and everything. And, he's on the lacrosse team and stuff like that. And they was in the gym and everybody was white except for him. and there was a song on, a hip hop song. I don't even know because it's one of these new artists, and it kept saying the N word, and it was something, 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 and all them white dudes was singing it. And Fresh Prince comes in there, you know, that's his name also on the show. Prince Will comes in there, and he was like, "Yo, what's up with this? How you gonna let them say that in front of you?" And it started like a whole big fight. And I was just wondering if you've seen it, but if you didn't see it, you should see it because that's exactly what we're talking about right now. But they thought they could say it for some reason because it was in the song. But Will was mad because they were all white and the only black person there was Carlton, and Carlton was looking like a little coon type kid, allowing them and singing it with them in front of the whole gym, a locker room in school. Yeah, that was, you know.
Well, no, I haven't seen. I heard about the show.
Oh,
I don't watch
much
a
TV.
lot of TV. You know, it's certain shows that I watch that I'll record, and other than that, it's sports. All sports all the time. That's
so
well, you might want to watch that show because it's actually good. Forget about the forget about what you've seen on Fresh Prince on, you know.
I heard it's totally different.
This is like it's hard. It's
so I got
same concept, but it's more up to date. It's way more edgy, and it's good.
It's Petee G raw.
let me ask you guys this. Have either one of you ever been asked for an N-word pass?
No. No one's ever asked me, can I say it? You know, because most of my friends that are white, well, let me rephrase that. Most of my associates, because my mother told me everybody is not your friend. Right. Most of my, white associates, we played poker together. So that's really the only time that I saw them. Other than that, I may have had like one or two. The closest white person I have is the female that I just told you about recently, because she's family. You know what I'm saying? She stuck by me through thick and thin with this poker thing. When I wanted to quit, she convinced me not to, and I got you. And whenever I need her, she come through for me. And I'm a need her on the 29th of October because I got a show and I need somebody to sell my t-shirts while I take pictures and kiss babies after the show.
I get it. Because my kids are mixed.
Wait. I wanted to ask you about that. So your kids, Peter.
Yeah.
Do they go through anything, or have they told you anything that's happened to them in school? Do they get called words or anything?
Absolutely.
Like that? They
1000%. But my youngest son, he's a big kid, so they don't really mess with him too much. But he is asked for an N-word pass quite often. Which
really?
Yeah. And,
so, okay. I need some history, Petey.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? You Italian. You Italiano, big Petey, little Petey, rip Petey. And your wife is African American?
Current, and the one before is Haitian American.
Petey like that dog meat. Yeah, he like that spicy meat.
Hey, go listen, you tell me which Italian does it, and I'll tell you they're a liar.
Ah, my man. I knew there was a reason why you was dope-alicious. I ain't even gonna sing Jungle Fever because that ain't for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't for you, my man. See now, you know what I'm saying? Gotta make sure that the wife ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? Me and Petey could be out and be like, yo, look at that over there. Yeah. Whereas, my other Caucasian friends, I'd be like, yo, look at that. Oh, that's too big. What do you mean?
Nah, you see, that's the problem with the white breads, and I'm not even gonna lie to you on that. I'm not even gonna lie. What they feel is attractive versus what an Italian feels is attractive makes no sense. I mean, you're talking about women that are just they the wall will be jealous. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I got off topic there. I just needed a little back history. So your son is constantly asked for a pass. So what does he say?
My youngest son, my youngest son, yes. My oldest son, no, because he doesn't want to be bothered. He's just busy. He doesn't. My youngest son's kind of fall in with a bad crowd in a way.
Okay.
Now he's kind of the rebel, pretty much like me, but they ask him quite often. So, as opposed to beating the hell out of the kid for asking him that, which is why he was in trouble many times, because he was fighting it. He's turned, I gotta be honest, he's kind of turned it into a business, and he sells the pass.
Are you? Well, hey, if he can
He
pimp
sells,
that,
what
he
does he
pimping.
give out like a little?
He pimping passes. Like, hey, listen here, you
Whoa,
give me,
wait a minute,
you give me
wait.
$5.
That's
You
what he
can say the
charged you.
word. You
That's
give
what
me
he charged you.
$5.
$5.
You got one time, and you better not put the ER on it, and you better
But
say it
listen, this is almost a sad situation because okay, so these people are paying so that they can say.
Yeah, right
They
in
want
South
to say
Florida.
it that bad, they're willing to pay
to
just
say
so
it.
they can say it to
And my kid is the enforcer. If he hears it and you didn't pay him and you didn't get a pass, there's a beat down.
Wow, he's the N-word police.
This is some. I don't
This
even know.
is
I don't
this
know
is
what to say
interesting.
about this.
Man, if I had known this, I would have made some money in school. Oh, you want to say it? Give me $5. Give me $5. You get one time to say it. You ain't got to say it now. You know what I'm saying? You can put it in your pocket, and when you need to use it, you go ahead and use it. But I need to be around just in case somebody else get upset, and I'll be like, blah, blah, blah. You got to pass.
Let me just say this.
He got so bad they willing to pay.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, especially down in South Florida, they totally. And he went through a lot, and he used to, when they would look at his mother versus him, they would say there's no way that's your mother, and then that was another issue. It was a whole big thing. So he basically handled it. I give him a lot of props. He got in trouble in school for it, because he was running a business, and not left. I said to him, I go, why don't you offer the principal a kickback? Make it $10, give him 20%.
See, that's the Italian part of it.
There you go.
Never asked me about my business.
But yeah, it's been a little rough, but it hasn't been as bad as say maybe 20 years ago if you were going through it. I mean, now it's doable. Still get some stress once in a while though.
Wow.
I tell you. Trip, I got a question for you. You ever fool around with any white chicks?
In college, at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, it was
UNC, baby.
Yeah. Well, no. It was 2.
Oh no, they were 3.
It was 3. Yeah, it was 3. Yeah. But they were the temporary positions. They would usually come in, work for about 3-4 hours, and then bye. Now get this though. When I was in the 9th grade, I was living in Queens, and I went to this junior high school. It was 141, right? And I used to date this Italian chick.
Oh, there you go.
And bro, when I tell you, she was gorgeous, green eyes, and she was built like a sister. So that's what drew me to her. And we hit it off, and we started dating. I would ride my bike all the way back out to Long Island City because she lived a few blocks from the school. And her parents, they loved me. And for some strange reason, they just loved sweet tea. That's all they ever drink. You want some sweet tea? You want some sweet tea? And I was like, okay, I'll take some sweet tea.
But you liked it? Is that why they was giving it? Or?
No, they drank sweet tea long before, but we called it iced tea.
Iced tea, right?
In New York, I
never called it sweet tea.
Maybe there was something.
I got down to the South, and it's
sweet
tea. I haven't said
and I was
iced
like,
tea.
well, ain't it already sweet? That's what I be saying. I'd be like iced tea, and they be like, we got sweet tea. I was like,
but she was
tea? You got sweet tea? I'm like,
but she was gorgeous. We dated for about a year, and then a Puerto Rican started liking me.
Kid time.
A Puerto Rican girl started liking me, so I kicked it to the curb. I was like, all right, mami, ¿qué pasó? You know what I'm saying? Me llamo Jay. Yeah.
Yeah. Trace Day.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, she was like, so you just gonna dump me? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
it does. It does. Travis, what about you?
Hmm.
Have you ever dated anyone other than a black woman? Come on, Travis. We're
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah. There was one. There was one.
One? You sure? You got more fingers on your hand.
it was
sure?
just one. It was just one. That was not black. Yeah.
Oh,
Then, well, there was a.
see, you got two fingers.
No. I'm gonna say this. I mean, because to me, Puerto Rican is, but I did date a Puerto Rican girl, but she never liked to admit she was, which was weird. She would say that she was black, so that didn't make any sense to me. But she was Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I don't understand why she
Yeah.
kept. She wanted to be black instead, but I was like, I think you can pass, but you're still what you are. What's the big deal? She would never say. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, it was just one white girl. Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, in school, it was those three, and then the one in the ninth grade, and then there was another one in New York.
Oh man, you keep on getting more and more.
Well,
There's
you
four?
know,
There's four?
see, yeah, she lived in Queens, and I think, you know what? I think she was Italian too, man.
Listen,
I got to think for. I think I got to
What
think
did
for
she say she
Italians.
was?
I wouldn't date.
Oh, so you know she was.
Yeah, because but she
Okay.
was real. And see, the thing is, she was so slim and thin. You know, I liked her. She didn't have enough meat on her bones. So,
Right.
you know,
You gotta have the meat.
I could say we dated, but you know, it was more or less, you know, we hung out and, you know, I kissed her and that was about it. Went to parties with her, but she was real
thin.
thin.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's no good.
she was,
It's no good. The too thin is no good. No good.
It's not. It's like, what am I gonna do with this type
yeah,
thing? You know,
only a dog wants a bone. Only a dog.
And then when you do have that, you got that tailbone that just hits you right in the bladder every time. It's unreal.
Oh wow. See, I've never experienced that.
Oh, you don't want to, bro.
You don't want.
That's a tailbone. Oh God.
You
Oh,
know what I'm
forget
saying?
There's no cushion. Forget it. You're getting
Yeah.
all the bones right into you. Oh, it's horrible. It's like you're being stabbed.
It's like having sex with a grasshopper. It's just long legs everywhere. Yeah, it's like, okay, what are you doing? Put these things somewhere. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. And then I did it again. Then again. And again. Yeah. I was young. I ain't know no better. You know, I'm a married man
You
now.
knew better. You just.
I knew better, but I didn't do better. But hey,
you knew better.
These are the kind of conversations we could have when it's, you know, we got all this testosterone. You know, we're missing Terry TV and Khadijah,
this episode has got to
be
be the bro show episode because this is definitely bro stuff.
All the King's men, right, Travesty? All the King's men.
This is
exactly three kings.
And I can only say what I can say, you know.
Let me tell you,
everything
might have to
out the
call
bag,
that.
but
You know what? I think Trip, you named the episode, my man. Tree Kings. We'll call it.
There
Tree
you go. The Tree Kings.
Brooklyn style, the Tree Kings.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I wish I still had my New York accent.
Well, what happened to it?
I lost it.
Well, what do you talk like now then?
Man,
you don't sound like a Texan.
No, it's like it's like I'm not from no region. It's like I'm just plain, like unsweetened tea. He's just like, I'm here. But it comes out when I get angry and when I get excited, because my wife, she tells me immediately when it comes out, she goes, "They go that New York."
Where's she from? Is she from Texas?
No, she's from
Georgia.
Alabama.
No way.
Mobile, Alabama.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say this. Alabama has some very interesting females, I will say.
Oh, please elaborate.
I can't.
Oh. I was even shifting. I was shifting
Man,
my head.
I was getting ready. I'm like, hold on, we about to get some tea.
I was about to put this on pause. I'm out of coffee here.
I
I'm
can't.
like, come
I can't. Yeah. But it's true. So yeah, I mean, if she's from
Oh,
Alabama, then that's
I agree. I agree.
Alabama women are very yeah.
Interesting.
I've dated a couple, and both of them. I was like, okay, I like Alabama. Yeah.
Okay.
Petey, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Ain't nothing like a woman from the South, bro. I love my northern women because they have that hard exterior and they soft on the inside.
Yeah,
and
they will front a lot.
They will cuss you out at the drop of a hat. But a woman from the South, I ain't talking country. I'm talking like Southern. They know how to treat a brother because I got a good one. I got a real good one here. She done fatten your boy up, Travis. Remember how skinny I used to
pictures.
be?
Yeah, I've seen your pictures. Yeah.
I'm about a 34C right now. I'm trying to get these breasticles back down again. And it ain't going. I'm telling you, boy, I get naked and turn to the side. I look like a lowercase B. I can't help it. Can't do it. I'm like, she want me to exercise. Talk about, come on, let's go running. I was like, the only time I run is when I'm being chased. So she grabbed the knife. And I was like, let's go.
I don't think I've run since 2000.
I ran the other probably a couple of months ago just to see if I still could. Yeah, I'm still pretty fast. There.
Well, Travis, you were the fastest.
Why?
Yeah, me and
There's
Petey.
a little walking trail I have, and I was like, you know what? I just want to sprint real quick for like 10 seconds and see if I can do it. I can still run pretty fast. So. I'm not going to do it again, but yeah, I just wanted to see.
Let me tell you something. If the three of us were in the woods and a bear started chasing us,
that's when you'll run.
No,
I'm not.
I'm gonna trip Petey so that he fall and the bear get him, and I'm gonna get up out of there. Cause it's either gonna be me or him. You gonna be gone.
Yeah, I'll be gone already.
I had surgery on my foot, and I got bad knees, and oh my God,
that's why you don't run.
Yeah, I can't. I can do the old man shuffle. I can do that, boy. I can shuffle something good, boy. Be like, but actually, like run.
Yeah. I get out of breath quicker, and I don't think I could keep up the speed as long as I used to, but I could still do it. I'll be like, because Pete, at Lou High, I broke the record. I made the record, right, for the running record.
You did. You held the record. No one. I don't know if it's
broken now. It's probably, I don't even remember what it was. It was 4 point whatever.
But you flew. We were all shocked. Yeah. Because you never played any sports.
I was too fast. I didn't want to feel like I was cheating.
Hold up. Time out. All of that stuff in the background. You got the hockey jerseys, you got football, baseball, badminton. You got everything up in there, and you ain't never played no organized sport, Trevor?
No, I haven't. Everybody asked me that. Why not? I was like, I don't know.
I played well, baseball, basketball, football.
I would play in gym, you know what I'm saying? It's not
I played.
But you joined the team.
I was organized. Baseball was my sport from 10 years old. Yeah. I played all the way up through high school. I tried out for the college team, and they threw extremely fast. And I was like, this is not for me. I need to find another sport. So I picked up tennis.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I never did. I know I could have if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. I don't know what it was. I was like,
ain't nothing like that. There's a lot of sports fans who ain't never played like organized sports. I never played.
You know what? I wish I did now though, because I think back and I'm like, dang, I think I probably would have been real good at this or that, and I'm like, I just wasn't into doing it back then.
But you just never,
unless it was just fun outside playing with my friends and out in the park somewhere. Yeah, I was catching footballs, doing all kinds of stuff, but Mr. Sicoli, Pete.
God rest his soul.
Coach at school, and he was like, Travis, I see you got a very good speed rating there, whatever it was. He said, well, you want to play wide receiver on the football team? I was like, nah.
Trav, you would have had scholarship after scholarship.
Because I could catch some balls now. Like I said, I probably should have.
Pause. Pause.
Footballs.
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 You can catch some balls, all right? I'm like, all right.
Footballs.
Continue.
I was very good at catching footballs, you know,
Okay.
just playing on the playground. I know it's the playground, you're playing outside with friends and stuff like that. But yeah, I was catching some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was like Odell before Odell was out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Petey,
But I never
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm sitting here and I'm reading Travis's body language. And yeah, he could catch and he could run. But I guarantee you he couldn't take a hit. Boy, they would have knocked the spit out of Travis.
That's probably why.
Where's the basketball? Where's the basketball? They don't hit it basketball. Where is basketball? I won't play basketball. Mama, where the basketball?
Let me tell you this.
You might be right though, because honestly, I did not want to get hit. That's why I didn't do it. I was like, I don't know about that.
Let me tell you, I was in high school. I did the high school football. After the prep school Trav and I went to threw me out. I went and played. I played football, and I actually hit up against a player that actually went to the NFL, Amos Zaraway. You guys remember Amos Zaraway? He was on Pittsburgh Steelers for about a year and a half, and then he just decided to
remember. Okay.
Well, the name sounds familiar, but I really don't remember.
He went to Mepham High School, and let me tell you, this guy, he did everything for the team. He was the quarterback. He kicked and he ran kickoffs back. And I remember he was running, and I had him in my sights. And all I know is that when he hit me, I was down. I hit him. I thought I hit him with everything. I just rolled over and saw him still running.
So you hit him and he just ran you over and
he ran me over. I ran into him with everything I thought I had, and he ran into me with like maybe a quarter of what he had.
Yeah,
and
see,
I got
football.
up. I literally was barely able to walk to the sideline. The coach looked at me and he looked at me. He goes, "What color? What color is the sky?" I look up. I said green. He goes, "What color is the floor?" I looked down. I said blue. He goes,
"Yeah, I couldn't do football. Basketball and baseball, organized, yeah. Football, I can play I'm like you, Travis. I ain't want to get hit.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, Travesty, I don't think anybody would have been able to hit you. You were that fast, man.
Well, you know, they got zone defenses and stuff where someone could come and blindside you. See, that I knew football. I was like, nah, what if I'm running across the middle, they zone me and somebody pops? I was like,
that's it. You got the safety coming across the field, man.
And see,
man to man, I think I can handle the man to man, but if they zone me, I don't know, man. I'm like,
I tell my wife every time, I'm like, you know, if I ever decide, if I wanted to be a football player when I was younger, I'd have been a punter.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't mind playing DB. I wouldn't mind playing DB.
No, I don't want to play DB. I could do that because you got to hit.
Been good at that.
No, I want to be a punter.
Deion Sanders never hit nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to deflect the ball and run it the other way. That's all. I don't want to hit you.
But do you understand? A punter can play for 20 some odd years. All you got to do is kick the ball and then pray that the 10 guys in front of you tackle the dude. Oh, see, me, a blade of grass would reach up and grab me by the ankles. If the first 10 didn't catch him, I'm sorry. Touchdown.
Yeah, how long, speaking of punters, Travesty, Sean Landetta, how long was he a punter for? Like years, right?
For years. He had to be about 20 years.
Is he still playing?
He might still be playing.
You could be 50 years old and punting. Well, according to Tom Brady, you could be 50 and quarterback too. But
yeah, Mr. Tom Brady. But yeah, I forgot all about Sean.
Sean Landetta,
he's putting a long time.
And for the Jets, he had Pat Leahy. He wasn't a punter, but Pat Leahy. He was on there for years.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a kicker. I mean, shit, as long as your leg is working.
Exactly.
It's like
now, I didn't want to be a kicker because that's too much pressure. You missed the game-winning quick kick. You know, they trying to kill you. All I want to do is punt the ball. That's it. I want to back them up against their end zone. That's it. I'm a punter. You know, give me
one black punter. I remember Reggie Roby, if you remember him.
Reggie Roby.
That's the only one I remember.
No, you don't remember. What's his name? It was another one for the Raiders. Recently, it was like last year, and he was real cocky. it was King. His last name was King, number 7, black dude. And John Gruden cut him because he was so cocky. And he was a decent punter. Yeah. But he was cocky. I mean,
remember Reggie
How can you
Roby.
be cocky and be a punter? I mean, really.
but
if you place that shit in the right spot,
come on now.
I got it on the 1 yard line.
Come on, what it
You see where I placed it? You see where I placed that? I want to see that on the tape. I want to see my highlights.
Look, I remember there was a cocky punter before though. The dude that used to be on Minnesota, Mitch Berger. Remember Mitch Berger? He used to eat the Snicker bars. He was a cocky punter. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, he was a brother, and you know, we gotta put a flair on everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he would be dancing, bruh. If he pinned the ball inside the 5, he'd be dancing. I'm like, I like him.
Hey, like I'm saying, that's what you need out of punters. Make more people want to grow up to be punters then. Shoot.
Yeah, you really, if you really think about it, you have one job.
Just punt the ball.
Sometimes you gotta tackle though. If the returner gets through the lines and then you're the last one on the fence, you gotta tackle.
That's true. You're right. That's true. You ought to
tackle.
Okay, his name is Marquette King.
Okay.
Marquette
M-A-R-Q.
He was
on the Raiders last year.
What'd you say?
He was on the Raiders last year?
Yeah, until he got cut.
Wow. Well.
And I'm sure maybe my color was off, but I could have sworn I seen one this year. But maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you don't see too many of them. But
just remember Reggie Roby.
You'd have saw me. I'd have been in the record books, baby. They'd have been like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you see Trip J? Yo, he can kick that ball, and he can get off on the sideline too. Like, no, buddy, you're not about to hit me. No, can't do it. Won't do it. You know, I'm the only one that be getting all up in the camera like that. I like doing that. Be like, get all real close. The person be like, hey, U.S. Roundtable viewers, how y'all doing? Do I have any gremlins in my nose? Let me stop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but before I forget, don't forget, listeners, ask Uncle Trip. That's a real thing. You got anything you want to talk to me about, and you need my advice, relationship, your job, your family, anything, you can ask me. Just go to the website. What's the website?
usroundtable.com.
usroundtable.com, and you'll see the link. Ask Uncle Trip. Just click that link, fill out the form, and watch the show, and let's see if your question gets talked about on the show.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Gotta do it. Ask Uncle Trip.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ask me, baby.
I'm
that uncle that give good advice.
I can hardly wait to see what comes along that.
Oh yeah. and also, you know what I'm saying, number 8 apparel. The link is on there. We put up new designs. Travis, I got something for the men now, baby.
I think I seen one with the
yes.
King. Yeah, I saw it. I liked it too.
Hustle like a king.
Yeah.
Hustle like a boss and live like a king. Right on. Don't worry, Petey. I'm gonna find something for you. You know, I don't. You know, but you good. You can wear the other stuff.
You can't wear it.
You can't wear that. You know what I'm saying?
Just put something Italian together.
You know what I'm saying? I'll figure out something for you.
Green, white, and red. Trip, and remember the green starts the flag. All right, so green to the left, all right, then the white and the red.
Gotcha. N08apparel.com and use US Roundtable for your discount. Yeah, the coupon code at checkout. And I'm over here belching. I'm sorry, y'all. That's N08apparel.com and use US Roundtable at checkout and to receive it. Why I feel like I've been drinking, man. I ain't been drinking.
Well, maybe it's time to start, Trip.
Well, nah, you don't want me to. I can't drink.
We're gonna have an episode like that where we're all drunk, absolutely. But you know, we are coming to that magic time. Almost. We're very close.
Well, I thought we was at it. It's 8:12. What time was we supposed to stop?
I think 8:21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You know,
so
Jamal got to get to his show.
Yes,
I mean, Trip J. Who's Jamal? I don't know. Trip J got to get to his show.
yeah, well, really quickly before we wrap up. By the way, just want to let you know that the King of England is going to be. What do they have? A coronation? What do they do with that? Apparently, in May is when he's going to be ordained. I don't even know.
knighted.
Knighted?
Is it knighted, or he gonna get his kingdomship, or
You know what? No
I-
one cares. Does
I
anybody
don't.
care about the King of England? Does anybody care about England?
No, I'm the only king here. Travesty Your Majesty. All right, that's all that matters. So.
You got 3 kings here, pal, right?
Well,
That's
3
right.
of them, but I'm the one. All right, yeah. But I'm Your Majesty.
Travesty, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that. And apparently, before we go, Lizzo and DJ Khaled are really pushing vegan life. I don't even know how to. Is it veganish? I don't even know.
They
But
probably
vegan.
need to. Both
Is
of
it
them. No, let me stop.
veganism?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I didn't hear what you said.
Veganation?
I said they probably need to, both of them. But then I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That's not.
Well,
And then you say it twice.
Yeah.
well, the big news on all of this is that the big news on all of this is that DJ Khaled got Rick Ross to drink almond milk. Apparently, that's big news. Just want to let you guys know.
Okay.
Yeah, so, so apparently it's catching on now. Veganism is it veganism?
Well, I thought veganism been catching on for the last 5 or 6 years. That's what I've all. That's all I've heard. Impossible Burger, this and that, and blah 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 blah.
I have a couple of Facebook friends that are vegan, and one of them is like uber annoying.
Yeah.
You mention anything about meat and he's going off into the history. Do you know how long it takes for your body to digest beef? And I'm like, I don't care.
It just sits there. It sits there, and then it decays, and next thing you know, you got cancer.
And I'm like, bruh, I don't have a gallbladder. I eat my food. 5 minutes, I meet my food. Yes, I eat it and then I meet it.
I'm like, maybe yours is stuck in your body like that, but mine comes out.
Not mine. I just had some chicken, and 5 minutes afterwards, I was like, gotta go. They told me that when they took my gallbladder out, they was like, don't expect to enjoy your food, because
apparently, according to the Atkins diet, all you should do is load up on beef and keto too, right? Keto, load up on the beef. I don't know.
I don't know. You hear so many stories. I don't know which is which. I'm just gonna eat what I freaking feel like eating.
Yeah, you can eat a pack of bacon, and apparently it's okay. I mean,
I eat mostly chicken.
Me too.
That's stereotypical.
Not a stereotype. It's not a stereotype.
I eat chicken. I don't care. I'm predisposed. As Dave Chappelle said,
I just had some before this show.
So did I. It was delicious.
Listen, I do the chicken parmesan. I'll throw down.
See, he got to throw that. He got to throw the little put the tomato sauce on it.
You got to have that you got to have the mozzarella on there. You got to have it all on there.
Oh no, you got to say it like old boy from School Days. Not School Days, but from oh man, what's that movie? What's the one where the lights went out?
Do the right thing. Do the right
thing.
thing.
He's like, put some more mozzarella on this pizza. Mozzarella.
Let me explain something about Italians. We're very lazy when it comes to pronouncing all the syllables. The real word is calamari, but we'll just sit there and say calamari. That's it.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing with the mozzarella. It's really mozzarella, but we're sitting there, mozzarella. Done. We don't like to go past 3 syllables.
Gotcha. But yeah, I don't eat a lot of red meat, and it's chicken and pork. Ooh, I got to get off that pig, but that pig be calling my name.
I know, man. I finally stopped eating pork. I really did.
Really?
Not me.
It was hard to do, but I did. And after a while, I'm like, I don't even miss this shit. I'm
not
like,
me. Okay. Listen, the Italian sausage, gotta have it. Gotta have the pork.
I gotta have my pork chops, bacon, ham. Gotta have it.
We're gonna go ahead and come to close. It's time to sign off. It's that magic time. And Trip, you want to start the sign off?
Well, sure, I will. This is Trip Jeezy for Reezy, and it's Breezy. I want everybody, make sure you get out here and vote. Vote. Because your democracy and your life depends on it. I'm talking to the men. Get out here and vote. Get rid of these bad politicians. Go. Get rid of them. And scene. You can also follow me at Trip J Comedy on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow me. Find out where I'm going to be at. I might be in your city slinging these jokes. Or just follow me for my content, because you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna start getting on and doing, you know, some videos and whatnot and so forth. I'm on Twitter too, but it's Trip J the Comic with a D. And that's it, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And well, I just want to let everybody know, hey, we're back, season 4. And you can follow me on all social media at PDG Raw. And if I'm not on there, I'll get on there at some point. But follow me on all social media. If there's a new one out there, I'll get on that too. And everyone be safe, be happy. And as Trip said, make sure you go out there and vote. And Travesty, over to you.
That's right. And I'm Travesty Ya Majesty. You can follow me on Instagram. That's my choice. That would be Travesty Ya Majesty. You can't miss it. I'm the only Travesty Ya Majesty there is. You'll find it on Instagram. And other than that, we out.